Hello everybody, my name is Ritesh Chandekar. Welcome back to my education channel, The Achievers Education. How are you all? So, as in the last part, we had discussed about the time period of 1750 to 1815, and then we also saw several changes which were made there, and it was quite a important part. Now we'll be discussing about what actually happened after 1815. Okay, how the empire or how the rule of Napoleon came into and came to an end. Okay, and what all changes happened after that. Okay, so before I begin to my slide, I would like to tell you, for all those viewers who are new to this slide, new to this chapter, about myself. So yes, yeah, my name is Ritesh Chandekar. I am a law graduate and also a graduate in Bachelor's of Physical Education. I am a professional teacher and karate instructor and the founder of the Choose Education. Let's now move forward for our next slide. Yeah, so now we'll be talking about the end of rule of Napoleon. Okay, so let us see how the rule of Napoleon got into end. Okay, so let us see. So, when Napoleon was ruling till 1815, there was some people, or there was some section of groups, okay, like from Britain, Prussia, Russia, and Austria, okay. These people were there, some forces were there who were not quite happy with his rule, and they did not like his idea, okay. Therefore, they all got together and they decided to collectively go and attack to Napoleon, okay, and end up his rule. Okay, so what happened was they all went together. Okay, all the forces from Britain, Russia, Prussia, they all came together and attacked Napoleon. Okay, and that battle, and a very fierce battle happened there. Okay, that battle particularly was called as the Battle of Waterloo. Okay, they killed their Napoleon in them. A huge war took place, and quite a destruction of lives also was seen there. Okay, as you can see in the images also, these are the paintings basically which were drawn that time. uh, so this battle was called as the Battle of Waterloo. This is a very important question from the examination point of view also, so you need to keep this in mind, okay, about the Battle of Waterloo. Then, moving forward, after the war took place, forces of Britain, Russia, Prussia, Austria won the battle, and they introduced the new concept of conservatism. Now, what is the meaning of conservatism? Come on, please pay attention right now here, okay? And now onwards, the chapter is going to be quite interesting now, and pay attention here. So, conservatism. Okay, now what is the meaning of conservative? As this is a very quite common term which we are always using in our day-to-day lives also. Okay, but for all those who don't know, see, conservatism, is just being narrow-minded. Okay, or having those small ideas in their mind. Okay, ideas limited to particularly a fixed area only. Okay, so as I have written in the bracket there, same old-fashioned orthodox set of rules. Okay, which was brought again back by the forces of Britain, Russia, Prussia, and then the Austria also. So let us see what was that. What were the ideas brought by them in the conservatism? First thing, they abolished Napoleon Code. Okay, the civil code was abolished by them. As I told first only, that they did not like what kind of changes which was brought by the Napoleon when he came to France and conquered the France. Okay, and he was forcing the people also to join the army so that he can collectively capture all the other entire Europe, in fact. Okay, so he did not like that, and therefore this conservative people, they abolished the Napoleon Code first itself. Okay, second thing, they started preserving some things like monarchy. Okay, these people brought monarchy back again they brought the rule of kingship again back. Okay, again they set up a king. Okay, again they brought a monarch. Okay, again the rule was kingship was took place back again. They also brought church privileges. Okay, then they also set up, so who is a church? The priest who is there in the of the place of religious worship. Okay, they also brought the churches there, and they gave also them an unfair advantage of holding power. So this whole thing also was done by them. Then they also promoted social hierarchy. Okay, again though that same old social hierarchy of the kings, nobles, knights, peasants. Okay, just as we are having in our we used to have in our Hindu religion, all the varnas. Okay, Brahmin, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and and the Shudras, okay, all of that. So they also brought their social hierarchy in their system, okay, and again autocratic, okay. Now what is the meaning of autocracy or autocratic rule? Again, they gave some people some special powers, okay, or they brought the system of having the power in only one person's hand, okay. So they also brought and promoted this kind of system there, okay. Then next, third point, they also brought no criticism and discrimination was allowed there, okay. So you cannot criticize the people who are ruling over you, and you can uh, you cannot do any kind of you cannot say any kind of word against them. So this kind of thing also was brought. You cannot criticize the government, or you cannot criticize the people who are ruling over you, even if something goes wrong. So this also was brought by them. Then censorship was imposed, okay. No one was allowed to write or criticize in writing or books, articles or newspapers. Again, the same old fashioned things was brought by them. Censorship was also brought back again. So these all things were the ideas, or were the kind of thinking which the conservative people had, okay, and they brought these ideas back again. Now, so now when this all the four forces, when they won the battle, what they thought was that now that we have won the battle, okay, let us agree upon some of the terms and conditions, okay. So this terms and conditions was given a name called as the Treaty of Vienna of 1815, okay. Now here what happened was, all these four forces, they came together and signed up on some things, okay, that like who will get what part of what particular land and what all resources and most of those kind of things, okay, because they had fought the battle not for selfless purpose. Of course, they have fought the battle for their own interest, what something might be having in them, okay, some interest might be there within them. Therefore they had fought the battle, and therefore they had to agree upon some of the terms and conditions. And let us see what were those things, what all things were included in Treaty of Vienna of 1815. Remember, it is very important question here. This will be asked to you, okay, in the examination also, like what all things were included, or what all things these people agreed upon Treaty of Vienna. So remember this thing, okay. The very first 2 points will be always related with the France, okay, and the remaining 3 will be related with Austria, Prussia, okay, and also the other one. So I'll tell you about this thing. Let us see the very first point. As I told you, first and second point will be related with the France, okay. So they brought Bourbon dynasty was restored back in France, okay. So as I have told you, and you all know also very well, that in the French Revolution, Bourbon dynasty, which was earlier ruling, out of which people were quite fed up with the Bourbon dynasty, as a result French Revolution took place, okay. But then again, with the policy of this conservatism, again Bourbon dynasty was brought back again, understood. So this also we have to keep in mind, okay. Then second thing, states were set up on the boundary of the France to prevent French expansion, okay. So this all the other forces, which were the British forces, Austrian forces, okay, the Prussia and the Russia, they make it sure that, okay, now no more French expansion should be taking place, okay. Therefore they set up some boundaries, they set up some states, okay, so that this French expansion should not take place, okay. So this is what also was done by them. And then third one, Prussia got some of the important territories on its western areas, as you can see on the slide there, okay. I have marked the diagram there, okay, of the Prussia. So Prussia also got some of the small territory which was there beside there on its western areas. Fourth, Austria got control over the North Italy. As you can see how the Austria has been expanded, okay, in the diagram also, okay. Then Russia got completely Poland, okay. Russia got entire Poland was now in control of Russia. And then Confederation of 39 states, okay. Now this one sixth point, which is very important, that where nobody had done anything, okay, nobody got anything out of this particular place, that Confederation of 39 states, which was set up by Napoleon, was untouched, okay. Now what is the meaning of this Confederation of states? What Napoleon did was, he collected a group of set of things, okay, and then set of states, and he collected together, and then he did not put anybody's control over there, okay. So Confederation of 39 states, which was set up by Napoleon, was untouched. Nobody had control over this particular states. But as you see today, many of the states which are there now, okay, have now been converted into some, or the have been now got allied with many of the important states, okay. Yeah. Now moving forward again. But many of the people were not happy with this treaty. Okay, there will be always some set of people who will not be happy with this kind of thing, because you all also can see and you can understand that something wrong was going on. Okay, people were always fighting with each other. They were fighting for the power. There was no sign of having a democratic rule. Okay, again monarchy was brought back, and you all know how monarchy is difficult to handle and to live in also, because our country also has gone through a lot. Okay, 300 years of being under the rule of the British. Okay, so we all know how difficult it is actually. Okay, and that's what happened there. There were many people who were not happy with this kind of work which was happening there. So a solution has had to be brought. So what was that solution? So group of revolutionaries emerged. Okay, the revolutionaries, you also know it very well. Okay, the Deshbhakt, right? So they had to do that. So let us see what was this group of revolutionaries. Okay, what was their aim? Okay, so very first thing, they used to form secret societies. Okay, now what is the meaning of a secret society? As you get it from the term itself, that a small association, okay, who is working in a secrecy, okay, to bring out some change. Okay, so those were the secret societies. Okay, then they wanted to spread nationalism. Okay, these were the people, okay, the revolutionaries, they were the ones who wanted to spread the nationalism. Third one, they opposed monarchy. Of course, they opposed monarchy. They did not wanted this kingship kind of rule. They wanted a rule of democracy. Okay, they wanted a rule of people's rule. They wanted. Okay, fourth one, they wanted they wanted freedom and end the autocratic rule. Okay, so of course they also wanted to end the autocratic rule, the rule of the people who are having power in their hand, a centralized control power. Okay, they wanted to end that kind of thing. And the fifth one, they wanted nation state in which common language, common tradition, common ideas would prevent there. Okay, so these all things were there which they wanted to have all together in their particular work. Now moving forward, let us see what all things are there. Out of this, we have to keep in mind one Italian revolutionary who played a very important role in particular in this particular revolution. Okay, how people got the freedom there. So let us see. Out of this, we have to keep in mind one Italian revolutionary name who played a very important role in forming secret societies. His name was Giuseppe Mazzini. Okay, so what was this particular man? He was considered as the a very important Italian revolutionary. Okay, who got Italy freedom. Okay, so let us see who was Giuseppe Mazzini and what was his role in the unification of Italy and bringing freedom for the Italy. Okay, yes. So next one is Giuseppe Mazzini. Okay, he was an Italian revolutionary. He was the member of secret society called as Carbonari. Okay, please pay attention. These all things are very important from the examination point of view. Definitely they'll be asking you some of the details of who was Giuseppe Mazzini. Okay, so he was an Italian revolutionary. He was the member of a secret society called as Carbonari. Third, he also formed two secret societies called as the Young Italy in Marseilles and second one, Young Europe in Berne. Okay, so this also was a very important thing you need to keep in mind. Fourth, he believed in the unification of Italy. He wanted Italian language, Italian culture, Italian people. Okay, so he wanted that same kind of people, same alike-minded people should come together and live. Okay, that would form a nation state to a greater extent. Okay, that would form a good base of a good nation state. So he believed in that, and he was a revolutionary indeed. Okay, so these all things were there. So here we end up our today's session, today's module. Okay, I hope you have liked the video and you are able to understand things quite easily. I'm trying my best to put on some pictures and give you some good quick insights out of this. Okay, so thank you so much for watching my videos, and do like, share and subscribe to our channel. Okay, the Achievers Education. Keep your support like this way and keep studying and enjoying life. Thank you so much. This is Ritesh Chandekar signing off until we meet next time. Thank you.